Okay, now if you want to show featured listings on your website, you can have two film strips, and over here on the left hand side you see featured listings 1 and 2. Both of them are going to be the same as what we're looking at here. And if we go to the website, here's the first featured listings, and they'll show up to 8 listings. Like, it shows these 4 and the 4 more, and just cycles back. So same thing with this one down here. And I already changed this one. I call the Fort Myers listings over 250,000. This here by default automatically says featured listings, and I'll show you that back in Agent 3000. So if it's the first time you're setting it up, it probably would just say featured listings. So if you leave this blank, that's all it would say. I want to call this, I'm going to call it Lexington Country Club listings, because I want to just show listings in a specific community. And maybe I want a minimum price of like, say 200,000. So then I could also put in just MLS numbers if I knew the MLS numbers of certain properties. I wouldn't really recommend that, because if you specifically put MLS numbers in, then if a listing all of a sudden sells and goes off the market, well, then it's not going to show up on your website anymore, and you're going to be going back and forth in here always editing things. Now, offices or agents are fine. Like you might want to show, like all the listings in a particular office, or maybe 1 or 2 or 3 offices. You can put as many as you want, and that's simple by just, you just start typing in, like anything you want, like for the company name, and you could pick this company, and then you could pick another company, and you could go on and on, like you can put as many in there as you want. Same thing with agents. Maybe you work on a team and you got 3 or 4 of you, and you want to put just your agent MLS IDs in there, and you can do that as well and put as many as you want. So again, you just start typing somebody's name, like if I just start typing that, I could pick that person, and I could add several others, and then it'll go ahead, and when you create all this, it'll always show the latest listings that were listed in order, and it'll grab the first 8 that it finds to put on your website. Now, in this, I'm doing the Lexington Country Club listings, or like over 200,000, and I want to make sure that it's residential. I picked residential here because I don't want lots of rentals or something, and you might, but in my example here, I decided I don't want those. Again, property subtypes, I could break it down to just maybe just single family homes if I want, or as many other options here. Again, if you leave these blank, it'll be everything. And then I could pick a city, a zip code. In this case, I want a community. I want Lexington Country Club, and so I'm going to pick Lexington Country Club there. And I could do several communities. Again, you can put as many options as you want in each one of these. So then I'm going to go ahead and save that. It'll say settings have been updated. And now I'm going to go back to the website and reload this. And you'll see now it says Lexington Country Club listings, and it only found 3 listings, for that price range that I was looking at. So I personally I'd want some more listings on here. So I might want to go through here, and maybe I'm going to take off single family. I'm going to allow condos and stuff be in there too. So I went and removed that, hit save, and I'm going to go reload this again. And now I have more properties, because you can see some of these are condos. And but you'll notice all of them are over 200,000, and they're all in that community. So, and you do the same thing for the other film strip as well, by clicking feature listings too, and then put whatever you want there. I'd recommend, maybe a specialty in one, and the other one maybe show your office listings, or if you're an agent that has a lot of listings themselves, I would go ahead and just put your agent MLS ID in here, because if you got more than 4 or 5 listings at a time, it's great, because at least then you'll show all 4 or 5. Because again, if we go back to the website, you want the 4 at least there. If you don't have the second page, that's fine, but you want at least to have 4 here. And anybody can come in here and they can click on this property, and then they can view all the details on that property, and they see all the images. They can click on any of these images they want. And that covers everything we need to do with creating feature listings. Talk to you in the next video.